How we doing, lads? Welcome to another video. So this was the 2sec384 that we left up from yesterday after we added the hammer and the one rev. So today I'm going to be adding probably everything else if I can. And I'll be releasing it today as well, I expect, seeing as how things have gone so splendidly well so far. So what I'm going to do first, I don't know if this is working at world height yet, so I am just going to go /up 1, just make sure it does stack 384. So if we just go // we'll just copy it and then up 200, up 200, 200, there we go, paste, bang, and that should be world height. So we have a look, so we want to be shooting all the way up here. Hopefully the cannon's got the float to do this. I might not have the float, and if not, that'll be a funny little issue that I will show you guys how to fix. But yeah, that's alright. Anyway, we'll just extend all this out here, and then we'll just go stack maybe 50 east. So that's like the top blocks there. And then I'll just put a diamond block here. Diamond block. Alright, sweet. So we'll TNT fill it and just get her firing. TNT fill and we'll just fire it. Simple. Have a look. I don't have sand. See if the float's okay. Oh yeah, float's fine. Sweet. So yeah, you can see the sand hit the top there. If the float didn't reach all the way up to the top, what would happen is it would just you wouldn't see it hit there. Bang, there we go. And so if we get ourselves out a bone, we left click that. Removed 380 sand. Yep. So that's pretty much what I was expecting. So there you go, stacks 380. So we also know that extra 18 TNT here added into the hammer is also firing. If we go fix D, there's no dispensers by powder. Perfect. So then, what we'll start doing then, I think, is we need to rig up our one-shot sand comp. So, well, not our one-shot sand comp, sorry, our OSRB comp. So this is going to be a little bit tight on space, I'm thinking. I don't know where that other piston is, it's just there. So I can power it through there. A little bit awkward to build, I suspect, but shouldn't be too bad. I was asking for some help, offered us some help. So we might just power this off through, what's that? That's for our booster there. It's really a bit awkward to be honest, because I do want to power it off this comp here so we can just use the same timings for both the comps. For the most part it should be alright, because this one here I can just go like bang, bang. But it's more so just the fact that I need to power it when it retracts, it's going to power that side. So when it's extended like this needs to be powered. So if we go like that, we still need that redstone repeater there, obviously. And then hopefully we can just carry this out off the side here. And to, where do we need to get it to? We need to get it out to here. So probably just something like that, and then just chuck some rails in. So we'll see if that works. So it's a pretty ugly setup for it, but it should work fine. So when we fire the cannon now, hopefully we do see this comp moving here. Perfect. That looks very, very nice. And yep, you can see we are stacking all the way up the top there. Perfect. Okay, now's going to come a bit of a tricky bit. So I don't have the timings on hand really. I do actually have them, like, I think in the thumbnail of the YouTube video. And because, can I tab out with this? I wonder. I don't know if my recording's going to see that, if I tab out there. Hopefully that's okay, I'll check. Give me a sec, let me boot up my YouTube video, have a look at the thumbnail and see what timings I actually use for this ratio, because I've got absolutely no clue, and I don't want to go ratio finding again. So, let's have a look. That one there. I'm just going to copy the link and just paste it in like a private Discord server of mine. So we'll just hop in here. Hopefully it's still just showing Minecraft, and we'll just chuck it in that there. Okay, perfect. So we want our, let's rig up our one-shot sand, and what else can we do? We can do our scatter. Okay, so we got our scatter going off 1 tick after our hammer. Okay, we'll do that first. We're going to wire up the scatter first. So our scatter's going off 1 redstone tick after the hammer. So in this case here, we should just be able to actually just cheese it. So when the scatter, or when the hammer fires here, it's obviously going to fire that dispenser, and then hopefully that'll just pull a redstone output from there. And then I need, how much TNT do I need? I need 7 pieces of TNT for the scatter, right? Yeah, scatters, okay, yep. So I need 7 pieces of TNT now. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 dispensers there. And after that, 1 redstone tick after that, we need our OSRB hammer to go off, which is going off 12. So what I'll do is I'll just put 1 redstone tick here. And we need, how many dispensers for that? We need 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be 9 dispensers up to here. Now, and you do need to keep in mind the pulse length. So I'll probably just wrap this around just like this, to be honest. And then maybe just to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, that'll be fine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 TNT that's being fired. And what I'm just going to do here, so 11 TNT that's being fired, and I'm just going to use a repeater here, just to take it around the edge, just like that. So these are now going to be on the same timing, and then what we'll do is we'll just go, so it's falling there, isn't it? Yeah. So we got 11 there, so we'll go 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It should be 20 TNT. So it should be enough scatter now for our OSRB. So what we can do is we can just fire it and sort of see what that looks like. It shouldn't look too good. It'll just like look like a bunch of explosions at the top of the wall here, but okay, yeah, you do see it explodes. We know it's going for the hammer. Okay, so the next part is going to be the challenging bit. It's actually going to be timing out our one-shot sand and our one-shot sand and our OSRB sand, as well as our restack sand. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm actually just going to take a redstone output from our power here. So I'll power it off here because it is dropping where it's dropping here. So if I stack all the way up here, so I want to be pushing sand into where I'm standing here. So I want sand there and I want sand there. Okay, so we're going to be pushing it in through like that. And what I'm thinking is I'll just use pistons here, sort of, and I'll just power it around the back. Okay, so the next things to talk about, obviously we know pistons take a redstone tick to push, so we can just time it around that. But what we want to be doing, I think in one of the very, very early videos, I sort of talked about how you could use a 3 redstone tick pulse difference to, use a 3 redstone tick pulse difference to double pulse pistons that will keep everything as an entity. So basically, instead of using 8 pistons, we can use 4 pistons and double pulse them all. So that's what I'm going to be doing here, and I'll just be using observers for that. So I'll have 2 observers around the back there. That's going to be our OSRB sand. So we've got our OSRB sand now, and we need our OSRB sand to go off 1 redstone tick after our one-shot sand. Okay, so that's not too bad. So what we'll do now is we'll sort of put in our one-shot sand, and because our one-shot sand's going first, I think I want it to start falling underneath it, just so when it does push, it doesn't sort of interact with this. So what I'll do is, so that's, I've actually got this a block too close, so I'll just nudge this over. This is actually one of the most annoying parts of doing the cannon, to be honest, getting this little circuit going. I always find it quite annoying, personally, but anyway, we can get around that. And so yeah, I think I'll just do it sort of, might just do it around the other side, to be honest. Okay, that's actually going to work quite nicely, I think. If we put it there, no, we needed a block over that, actually. We need it here. So the sand will sit here, and I'll push in and and fall in like that, and I might just have it a block lower as well. Okay, sweet. So that's sort of this little rig setup now. So we'll just get into timing this out. So with this double pulsing setup that I did mention here, I'm actually a bit uncomfortable about it interfering with the comp, but I might just have the comp lower. So I'll just have the comp that sits there or something for the sand plate for the comp. Oh, and then we won't get the comps at the right height though. What's the nicest way to do this? There isn't really one. I could flip it around to the other side, I guess. So that's the gap there, and then we'll have pistons there. I'll just do that, to be honest. So I'll just move this entire setup here to the other side, just purely so our wiring won't interact with our sand plate when we do eventually raise it. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll just do that. We'll put one there, and then one there. Sweet. So then, oh, it needs to be another block over, doesn't it? Oh no, and then that's gonna interact with the that'll interact with the whatchamacallit. Oh, that's annoying. That's really quite annoying. It's gonna, if I move this all back again, it's gonna start powering the sides of the power when I do power it. Move one north. Okay, so sort of got a couple things we can do here, I guess. None of them are nice. Ouch, that's really quite annoying, to be honest. So I'll get that all wired up there. What I might do, to be honest, is I'm just going to replace this dispenser here with just a solid block. So we're not going to be powering it, basically. Because in this cannon I don't want anything to double pulse, and especially not the power at a timing that I'd be uncomfortable with. And I am going to make both the powers on the same delay. Purely, or not the same delay, sorry, the same amount of TNT, purely because we just want it to be triangling the same. Because if you have different amounts of powers, you're obviously going to get a shorter triangle for one. And now we're going to run into another issue here where it's actually going to be interfering with the barrel. Splendid. This has gone really badly now, to be honest. Rocky start. I do want to get this all still done in one take though, so I'm just going to keep just powering forwards. And of course that needs to be a block back as well. Great, so let's try all this again, and we're just going to have to wire it up off this spot here. So of course we don't want it to be interacting with the sand plate, so I might just do something like this. 1, 2, and then where I want to be powering it from. I kinda, okay, so I do want to be powering it from here, because what I can do here is, if we have the 3 redstone tick delay here, basically what I can do is, to get the 1 tick separation between this bit and this bit here, I can just continue this little redstone circuit here underneath, just to go into that piston there. So basically that's going to go off 1 redstone tick after that, which is exactly what we want. And now we just need to work out how to power this. So this is going to be timed off the second power. We know the second power is 7 redstone ticks after the hammer here. The hammer's 7 ticks after the second power here. So I got 1, and then we'll just go 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that'll be 6, and I'll push it like 7, I think. So if we just get a sticky piston, honestly, I'm about to just say like fuck it, and we're just gonna brute force time it basically. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. I'm just gonna wire this whole thing up, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start MS red sand, and then we're gonna want MS gravel. I'm just going to start timing it out till it works basically, because I don't really want to be dealing with this right now. And then a block, and then we want our gravel to sit there. Should be able to power this all quite nicely off the comp using only 2 sandbots, I think. That's nice, and what we'll do is we'll just fire it. So hopefully you should see the bottom one goes. Yep, and then there's the 8 sand there, and it will get shuffled in the side. Nothing happened there. Okay, so if that's 7 redstone ticks after, that's going off at 1, 3, and then 4, so it's going to be pushing at like 5 or something, so I'm just going to add like 2 redstone ticks and fire again. I'm going to turn my game sound as well in case it's too loud for everyone. Let's have a look, see if it works. No, no good. We'll just add another redstone tick. I just can't keep doing this until it works, basically. Why are we getting sand there? Okay. I have a feeling that now that's going to be too long. So 1, 4, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be going off at like 9 after or something. Something a bit dodgy going on. Just going to water this, just in case that's an issue. I'm just going to fire again. Shouldn't be an issue, but better safe than sorry. It's interesting. So the one-shot sand there just did not stack. So I'm using the gravel here as the one-shot sand. So let's try changing that redstone tick. Change it back so it's going to be 7. Yeah, there's disadvantages of just like trying it till it works, to be honest. So that one-shot sand there is just breaking at the very, very top of the wall, and I'm not 100% sure why that is. I'm going to try lowering it by like maybe a couple blocks and just seeing if that helps at all. If that doesn't help, what we'll do is we'll sort of start thinking about what the issues could be, and the first thing that's coming to mind is it could be just the dodgy way that I've wired the hammer there. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's not even stacking that sand at the top there. So what we could do is we can start playing around with the hammer and see if we can work out if it is a hammer issue. I don't think it is because I don't see anything getting bud powered. But again, it's like the one-shot sand's just like not stacking on the wall there. And we're getting like sand breaking in some weird spots. One thing that I will do is this rig here seems to be going off like too late. I don't really like the time it's going off. So I'm just going to lower it down by like 2 blocks or something. 2 or 3 blocks. Oops. 1. I'm just worried about like it's not all getting in time pretty much. Move 3 down. So I'll move that all down just a little bit. And those blocks here go back up there. Go refill and then we'll T4. So again, we've got our 8 sand there. Yeah, for some reason, I think this one-shot sand here isn't getting through. I might try changing that for a trapdoor, and I also might try putting some blocks here in case I'm getting exposure from another booster. So I'll try that again, see if that's any better. That still looks too late, to be honest. I tried dropping this down by another block, and yeah, I'm not 100% sure why that isn't working properly anymore. Should be fine. Pretty confident with the timings. So that's timed randomly, but yeah, it's almost like the one-shot sand there is breaking. To be honest, I might not even be getting this out of the barrel. So I'm going to try turning off my nuke hammer, and I'm going to see if we stack that one-shot sand at the top there. So that's the nuke hammer there, so we turn, or the OSRB hammer, sorry, so if we turn that off, yeah, I'm not even getting the OSRB there. So now I'm sort of thinking that what's happening is this comp is turning off too early. So we can sort of rectify that by making the whole comp stay on for a little bit longer. Which I might just do doing this, to be honest. I don't really like doing this a lot, because this comp was like timed out pretty nicely, but in this case here, I do think I need to do it. Anyway, we'll try firing again and see if that actually stacks the one-shot sand now. Yeah, okay, so we are getting one-shot sand. So what was happening there was the comp wasn't staying on for long enough, and it was breaking all the sand and shit. before it's really. I didn't remember what my magic sand was. Anyway, so I'll raise that up by 1. And then we'll just carry this around the side here, and that'll be our one-shot sand there. And I might just do the bridge off that there. Just try firing again, make sure that is working. Should just be getting gravel on the wall there then. Bang. Okay, yeah, you see the red sand now popping out as well. So what we can do from here then is we can just try rigging back up our OSRB hammer. And we'll see that OSRB is now on the wall. There you go, that looks pretty good, minus the fact that we only got 6 sand there instead of 8. Even though that should be doing 8 sand, I think. Okay, and that should all be firing. That is all firing. So either we're not getting enough red sand at where the shot is, or some other external factor, but it does look like my red sand's firing. Yeah, that's 8 red sand there. But somehow we are only doing 6, and it looks way too low as well. That's another little concern there. Scatter ratio was fine. Hammer ratio is fine. It's not fixing any dispensers, so there's probably something else going wrong. I'm just going to recount all of these dispensers here. So that's 7, that's fine. And this one is 9 plus 9 plus 1 plus 1, which is 20. So that is timed out right. It's rendered right, we know that as well, because it is actually doing that. So we'll fire again. What the fuck? Right. Okay. Sure, I guess. Just gonna try playing around with like some of the blocks underneath it, see if that helps. Again, it's only doing 6. And it looks like it's going too low as well, to be honest. What I might do is I'm just gonna try removing a redstone tick here. See if that's the issue. Because what it might be doing is it might just be one-shotting just a redstone tick too low or something. Nope, that's wrong, clearly. And I'll try making it a tick later, which probably won't work, to be honest. Which is leaving me really quite confused now. Yeah, that's a tick too late. So we did have the right timings here. It just wasn't OSRBing properly. And I keep seeing items around of the, what I can only assume is the OSRB hammer. That's definitely dropping 8 sand. That's definitely all falling in. And it's only restacking 6 sand. Now one of the reasons why I am a bit confused here is because even if it was restacking 8 sand, it would only stack up to there, when it should be stacking up to like here. So I'm not 100% sure what is going on anymore, to be honest. I'm a little bit confused myself. That's 7. Because I'm using all those timings completely the same here. Except in that timing there, I actually said that the hammer is going off at 452 TNT. And we were only shooting 450. That would be why. So my hammer ratio was off. So what I can do at this point is either we can work out how to add like 2 more hammer, which is going to look pretty gross, but I do have a decent idea. And that's just going to be to go like that, to be honest. That's really gross, but honestly, I don't want to fiddle around and like fuck around with a new ratio. So we'll just see if this works. And if it works, just great. And we'll just leave it there and not talk about that anymore. But yeah, that's why it would be broken, because we just do have a bad hammer ratio there. And now that's not even working. Okay. Sure. So I'll just try adding a redstone tick again. See if we work Then, if not, I'll just try removing one again. Yikes. And again, we're just getting the entities just everywhere, and I'm not sure why that's the case. Doing my head in a little bit, to be honest. Alright. Nah. So, if we do /fix D, fix 0 dispensers, this should all be firing fine. Which it is. But it's just not quite working. Interesting. So what I'll do is I'm just going to turn off the one-shot sand there, and I'm just going to kind of leave the scatter and shit on, and just make sure it is scattering properly, I guess. How's it shooting that up? Must be going off before, I think. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's going off before. So it was trying to OE stack there, off the hammer, which it shouldn't be doing. Okay, that looks better. So I'll just try adding the one-shot sand back in, which is going to be this observer here. I'll just try firing that again. Let's see. Nope. Leave the scatter on, turn the new camera off, and just see if the one-shot sand still remains as an entity. Oh boy, what a mess. Well, it does, but yuck. Okay. I'm getting really quite tempted here to just smash out a new ratio just on the cannon, because I don't want to be dealing with this anymore, really. I might just do that. I might just do it for 450 TNT, because I just don't want to do this anymore. It's causing me enough pain and suffering. So let's do that. So what I'm looking for here now is I've got my one-shot sand wired up. Hopefully what's going to happen on the wall is it's going to... Why are there just entities everywhere here? That's making me a little bit suspicious too, but... Anyway. We'll fire. What I'm looking for now is we get a hole and we just get the OSRB sand just falling. Yeah, just like that. That's what we want to be happening. And then, yeah, we just want our OSRB hammer to go off just after that, and then it should be fine, I think. It's like doing what I want, except for like the OSRB. Okay, so it did restack there. So I'll turn on the rest of the hammer. This is stupid. This is really, really stupid. I'll try firing with the rest of the hammer on. Let's see. Now it's just stacking 6 again. I'm just going to try adding a bit more OSRB hammer. Again, it's like understacking massively. So I'm not... I'll try fiddling around with this hammer ratio here. Or the scatter ratio, sorry. And see if we can get something just off the scatter ratio. That's hopefully just a little better. That didn't work at all. Oh boy, we do love troubleshooting, don't we? That's way too low. That's way too low again. Still way too low. Oh no, you know what I've realized? I've been looking at the wrong guider. So again, that's only doing 8 sand there still, but I've been looking at the top guider wondering why it was understacking so much. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna clear all this away and then we're just gonna go back to 7 TNT and see if it works. That's embarrassing as fuck, but I do want to keep that in the video because that is just a stupid mistake. And I'd rather people see that and hopefully figure that out before I could. So what are we running? We need 7 dispensers again, so that's 7 TNT there, so we're just gonna make sure that we are stacking here. Okay. That's, to be honest now, that's sort of good. So we know that all of our one-shot sand isn't getting out, basically. So we know we're missing one-shot sand from somewhere now. It's just going to be a matter of finding out where. So we got 6 one-shot sand at the wall, but we are firing 8. I suspect it's just... Actually, I'm not quite sure what's going on. So I'm just going to use /X-ray and just see if I can see what this one-shot sand is doing. That looks like it's going in just fine, to be honest. Okay, that's a bit weird, to be honest. I didn't see anything wrong with that. But for some reason we're getting like one-shot sand down the bottom there, which is a bit weird. And to be honest, I'm at the point where I'm just gonna rig up some more, just send it and work that out eventually one day. It should actually work off that transparent block there. It should just bud power it off the side of the other one. We'll see if that works. This is laziness. You probably shouldn't be doing this, but it's like I don't want to deal with this anymore, to be honest. Oh, that one didn't work. Try again. There you go. So that should just be 1 block below the barrel height now, which it is. Perfect. So that's our OSRB. So I'll show you all what that looks like now once I do clear out all these diamond blocks here. I do want to leave one just at the top. But you should see what's going to happen is after it restacks, you'll see it'll push water onto or into the side there. So yeah, you can see that there, that's going to absolutely wreck a regen. So I'll actually turn this into a regen, I think. So I just soak up that water there, and we'll just make ourselves a regen. And we'll just go lava, X. Just copy those 2 corners for now. Stack 250 down. This is going to be our regen. And we'll just get this all watered up. Alright, so that's a fully watered regen now. We will just click it a little bit just to test to make sure it is regenning. Yep, you can see that does regen there. And we'll see what it'll do now is hopefully it'll just shove a bit of water just in the front. So it'll clear this regen out. There you go. So yeah, you get this nice little OSRB hole in here, where now that's obsidian that can't regen back anymore. So in like your next shot where you actually break the rest of that, you've then got nothing really to worry about. Sweet. So that's the OSRB almost done. I did include in that video that you do want another piece of sand after the OSRB hammer. So I'm sort of just like thinking about the logistics and like sort of how to wire that up to get that other piece of sand out, because you do need that rendered later to get it to stack on top, and I'm not quite sure about the best way to do it. I could put it, I might just wire it off this. I know this is going to be double pulsing, but if it's double pulsing at 3 redstone ticks, what I can basically do is just have like a 4 redstone tick repeater in just like that. And then now that won't double pulse, that'll just single pulse. And of course now we run into an issue there where we've got that in the side. So what I'll do then is I'll just take it up around the side like that. That's fine if that double pulses, and then I can just do something a bit cheeky and just wire it just around like that. And then hopefully that should work now. We'll have to see. Need to keep an eye on that one there, because there is the problem where it might just not get shot out of the panel. So we'll see. You can see it does get shot there. Oh, that's so close. Oh, that's right. Didn't fully clear out the region. Let's try. I think we can pull back in. So I'll stack that all down to the bottom. Again, just make sure it does regen. So this is an accurate test, and we'll just fire. And now, hopefully, if we've copied across the ratios mostly correctly, I guess, it should just work. There you go. And see, now we are OSRBing at barrel height there. This OSRB ratio will clip. It is not an unclippable ratio, I don't think, because those ratios are a pain in the ass to get, and I'll explain how to do them in a later video. But yeah, you can see we get that nice little OSRB hole there at the top now. So perfect. Got our OSRB wired up. And do I just marathon this video? Is sort of what I'm wondering now. Do I just marathon it and get it released? I think I do, eh? It's 36 minutes long already. Fuck it, let's go. MS clear. So I'm just going to clear all the magic sand. I'm just going to raise all this up. Move 15 up. That is way too high. Move 10 up. It just stole it from me. Are you serious? Just stole my andesite. So we'll take that out to here. So it's going to be 1 here, 2 here. And it should just be something like that. And then stack 7 west. Refill. Hopefully that works. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yep, nice. Sweet. So we've got all that up at the same Y level now. So what we've got left to rig up now is we have our... We'll probably end up putting bypass on this cannon as well. It'll be a bit of a pain to wire up, but we'll do bypass. And we'll get us some slab bust as well, I think, for now. We'll do that. We'll do bypass and slab bust, bypass, and our nuke as well. I think I'm just gonna try and smash this all out, to be honest, because I really don't want to. I don't want to play around with this OSRB ratio anymore. It actually causes me so much like mental torment. Anyway, all sweet. So what we'll do then is we'll just go off this, I guess. We can actually sort of just cheese that there and chuck in just a redstone tail underneath. Okay, so obviously our 1rev is going to be going off 2.5 redstone ticks before our hammer, because 6.59, the difference there is 2.5. So this is 2.5 redstone ticks. So obviously it needs to be 5 redstone ticks after this block gets powered, pretty much. Because we've already got 2.5 redstone ticks there. And then we need to add another 2.5 on top, so it'll come out to be 5. So we can do that actually pretty nicely and just go redstone repeater there. And then we'll put in our slab bust here. So we'll use our redstone block, because obviously we do need it rendered after the hammer. And then, yeah, we can just pretty much break that one there just to stop the bud pairing. And then we'll just stack this all the way along. So we'll just go stack 14 west probably. And see. Yep, that looks pretty good. TNT fill. And we will fire. I don't have a slab on the wall, do I? Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Eee. Wrong way. That way. Perfect. Slabs busted. Still OSRB's fine. It's pretty easy. This sort of stuff is like absolutely dead shit easy once you start knowing all the timings, knowing your rendering, and just you lay everything out nicely. It is so fucking easy to can. Anyway, so we've got our slab bus wired up, so we'll wire up our bypass now. Obviously, because our bypass is going off very, very early, we need to be very, very careful about where we wire it. So I'm going to be wiring it off this dispenser here, using a sticky piston and redstone block, obviously because you do need it rendered after the power, and we know that this booster here is going off 1 redstone tick before our first power. So if we add a sticky piston, of course, that will tunnel it. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we'll go 12, which is that block there. And then cobblestone there, just so we aren't interfering with it, and then we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how well this is going to auto. I think it should be okay, but again, like the further up you have something, the longer it has to fall, but because the bypass generally goes off very, very early, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work, to be honest. There is only one way to find out, so I'm just going to rig up that piston there. This is going to be the reset. That's obviously going to be a quick pulse there, because it's coming off an observer. So sort of similar vein to the hammerless, what I'll do is I can't have that there, because that will interact with the redstone block. What I might do is I'll just go redstone, and I'll just wire it off from that there. And we can just go 2 like that, and then that should be good. I need to break that block there, actually. Yep, sweet, that should be fine. So we'll fire, and what we'll do is, I think it's like stacking here or something. Bang. Yeah, well, that works. Bypass works, just shot straight into the middle of the regen, stacked inside. It's just fully fucking wrecked my regen. Sweet. Well, that was quick. I do want to test this on auto, obviously. Just to make sure that we aren't spraying. That was a fucking dumb move, that was. So what I'll do is I'll just go to this head height here, and I'm just going to build out a bit of a diamond block wall. So the bypass won't be interfering with the shots, and hopefully it won't be interfering with the auto either. So all that's left to do now is just start firing, and just see if it works, pretty much. And if it does spray, we need to work out where it does spray. Okay, yep, there we go, instantly. That was exactly what I was worried about. It was the bypass up here. So basically what happened was our bypass went off too early for the next shot, and then we had that shot interference where it tried to shoot it out with the first shot instead, and it just started spraying it absolutely everywhere. So we can either make those boosters go off sooner, which isn't viable at all, or what you can do is you can just raise your bypass up even more, which I think we're going to have to do. Now it's just a matter of working out like the nicest way to do that. And there kind of isn't one. It was very, very close, so I might be able to get away with moving it like 5 or 6 blocks up. Move 6 up. So I think we'll just use... Go on to shit. Give me like 30 souls. I meant to be helping out old mate there, but yeah, of course my video's gone to shit, and yeah, anyway. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, he's a bit sad now, I think. All sweet. Okay, so that's wired up. It's wired like a bit of a retard, but it's like I can't really be bothered anymore. Hopefully that just doesn't interfere with shots anymore. You can see again it is still barrel stacking fine. So what we'll do is we'll just leave it, see if it sprays again, and if that isn't spraying, we'll try and work out where it does spray. There you go. That looks pretty good. You can see the bypass is just tunneling that out instantly, and it is still barrel stacking. One of the neat things about this cannon here is you can actually, I'm pretty sure if I turn the bypass off, I think it's actually able to backstack off the OSRB. So you can actually leave the OSRB on while you are backstacking, I think. That's actually going to be a bit nicer to turn the bypass off on this cannon as well. So if we TNT fill and we start levering, I think it'll be able to backstack off OSRB, which is actually really, really powerful. It's really quite a nice tool to have, because if you're like backstacking through regen filters, okay, no it doesn't, come on. I was excited for a second, eh? Oh? Maybe it might be understacking a tiny bit, to be honest. Yeah, I think the entire cannon's actually understacking, which is not something that I want to be dealing with right now, to be honest. But that's okay. Anyway, again, yeah, you can see that it is working on 2 seconds now. And my throat's getting sore and old mate wants some help, so I think that's going to be the end of this video here. So I'll get this uploaded, and then we'll probably might just do the nuke and shit this afternoon, to be honest, and then try and get this released this afternoon. So see how we go. If not, so be it. But otherwise, yeah. I'll catch you all in the next one then.